when I was just a little girl.
The Evil Dead Rise. Dude, man, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
8.5. I'm kind of like on the wall, on the fence about, a 9 because of how good it was.
It was awesome. Again, it was everything you wanted in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
It brought everything that you wanted in a horror movie. I'm going to say that again because you're sitting here, all the blood, the gore from the beginning, because it kind of reminded me of like a Friday 13th movie, like the one they made, I believe, in 2013, 2012. And basically the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's like a little build up of this random people that don't really matter to the story, and then boom, he's just in there killing people. This is basically what happens the first 5 minutes of this movie, where it's like, okay, you see a couple people, and then all of a sudden, she's possessed by one of the Deadites.
Already,
we don't know who this is, and we're like, this is already starting off. This isn't our main cast you see on the trailer, but it shows, okay, at the end of the movie, you see him again, and okay.
It's weird how it starts. You see the ending of the movie and the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
I don't know why, but yeah, you see the Deadite already possessing a girl that's after the events you're about to see 5 minutes after, later.
And like I said, I saw an interview with Lee Cronin, and I think he was just basically saying, I wanted that universal impact. So, but again, I don't know why he didn't just leave it for the end. But because the first act was kind of slow because of this, because at the first 5 minutes, usually movies decide to, okay, now we can take our time. It showed Beth, played by Lily Sullivan. It showed her kind of going, and she's taking a test to see if she's pregnant or not.
Pregnancy test, yeah.
And it's like, okay, so you have that. Then she's going to the apartment where her sister is, who is Ellie, who's our main big bad, coming up. But it doesn't get to that. Time takes its time. But because they showed that first 5 minutes, they're thinking that we can take our time. But it's probably should have saved that for the end.
No, well, I think now that you go and break it down like that, I think it's almost needed because, like I said in the review before, the spoilers, if you didn't catch it, definitely go back. It had me so captivated with the story. It had me in it. I was interested.
Okay.
So the build up, you almost needed that for the thing.
Right.
We almost talked about how you didn't have a story for the people.
Right.
You didn't have backstory for the actors. You almost need that in order for you to feel some kind of connection and then really feel that impact whenever you see them get killed. Yeah, yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you said at the end it was a little sad.
Yeah.
So, yes, definitely.
Sad. I was sad. I wasn't sad, but it was like, the tone was sad. It's like, dang, even though Best won at the end, it's one of those things where, dang, most of the family's dead.
Did she really win? Did
she really win? So, she made her promise to Cassie that she was going to keep her alive. She did towards the end, but did she win? She had to kill her sister, who she loved, and her nephew and niece. It's like,
who knows if the baby's alive? I mean, them claws.
After everything going on, who knows? Is it a Deadite? Is it possessed? I don't know.
As much pain as she was having, I mean, she could have freaking had a whole miscarriage,
I don't know.
As much stuff as was going on. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, all I got to say is, Danny, you fucked up.
Oh, Danny boy.
Fucked up, Danny.
You're supposed to be the man of the house, bro. What the hell, man? You got the balls to go into a basement, abandoned basement.
After an earthquake. Yeah. And this thing, like, it opened up, so it was an old bank under their already creepy-ass apartment, or hotel. I'm like, or apartment, whatever it was. It was creepy. So I guess that's why he was used to it. He was a creepy kid in general, I feel like. Just from the...
He was a weird kid, because if he was creepy, he would have took care of everything else.
Yeah, really.
Like,
he was fake. He was faking it.
Man,
everybody's all big and bad until you see Jason behind you, right? It's okay. I'm running, but but not really creepy. But like, he was into all the all the dark stuff, dark and mysterious stuff like that. And then it was an earthquake at the we'll just call it
the apartment complex.
And basically, there's this old bank under the apartment complex, which he could see after the earthquake. So he goes in there, even though his sister tells him not to. Bridget's like, don't go down there. He goes down there anyway, and then he finds his vault that's opened up, and that's where he finds the Book of the Dead.
Yep.
And also there's this recording, man, and he plays it.
Yeah, he takes all this stuff home. He goes in his room. He's, I guess, like a DJ, so he obviously has some turntables.
Already got it all set up.
The record player, puts the record in, opens the book. The book is different from all the Ash movies, all the Evil Dead movies.
This was a new one.
Yeah.
This is a third book introduced.
Yeah, and they do talk about that in the recordings. That
Naturum Demento.
Director Lee Cronin, he really did. I understand what you mean by makes it universal.
Yes.
He really does.
He leaves
play
it
by
open.
The rules.
Yeah, he leaves it open. He doesn't, because obviously the 1981 film, which was the first film of Evil Dead, takes place somewhere else. Second film takes place somewhere else. The 2013 film takes place somewhere else. So this place at the apartment complex where there's a vault underground, it wouldn't make sense for, maybe they could connect it, but he's like, let me just bring this third book in so I don't have to do all that. I can connect it later, and so bringing that third book in, I think, really helped out this movie. It opened up everything, and especially the creepy recording. There was it showed, I think it was a picture of 3 different priests, and on the recording, the priest was basically talking about the book and how he tried to show it to his congregation, but they're like, "Oh no, it's the Book of the Dead! Like, why?" Well, he's like, "We need to understand this. We need to go." They're like, "Why would we?" Imagine bringing that into your church. They'd probably be like, "If you don't get out of here," like, or anybody. Why would I want to read the Book of the Dead? Like, get that and burn it, whatever. But of course, he studies it and all this kind of stuff. And that's what leads, in the recording, that's what leads to the other 2 priests that were helping him study this, them getting possessed by the Deadites.
Because they recited the ritual. So there's, the book has a whole bunch of rituals to bring back a whole bunch of these parasitic demons who are called Deadites. Yeah,
you got to put blood on it, and then that's when,
They said this ritual spell, I guess, and it affected his assistant, and once he realized that there was no stopping it because he killed his assistant, he was like, "Yo, dude, this book is pure evil. I mean, this is evil at its finest. I mean, there is complete chaos with this evil. And there is no stopping it. I mean, only with complete dismemberment, you know."
And this was later on.
Bodily dismemberment.
Yeah, this was later on when Beth was trying to figure out how to save her sister Ellie, or save the family in general. Because at this point, Ellie was killing people. She killed the neighbors. She was going off. She was going to kill her kids, too, and her sister.
Well, Ellie got possessed completely. Ellie was dead.
She's the main Deadite.
She's with the maggots.
Yeah.
If you saw the trailer,
Mom's with the maggots.
Yeah. She was with the maggots.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she was gone.
She's crazy. I guess she was with the Queen of the Deadites at that point, because this Deadite, not really going deep into their lore, but obviously she had the power to, if the blood gets into their mouth or whatever, then they become, possessed themselves without even having to hear the words or all that kind of. Well, she didn't hear the words. It kind of traveled like a ghost.
It reanimates all the dead corpses.
Right. So it's pretty crazy. She's very powerful demon.
Oh yeah.
So, and they're all like, you're all gonna die by sunset. You're all gonna die. So
by dawn.
By dawn. Yeah.
Dead by dawn. Yeah.
Dead by dawn. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs in this. If you're a big Evil Dead fan, I mean, I've watched a couple of the movies. I watched the whole series that they had with Ash versus the Evil Dead, and it's pretty cool. But they do have a lot of Easter eggs, and they pay homage to a lot of the Evil Dead. They have the eyeball in the mouth. When Ellie was going crazy, killing everybody. I mean, that was intense. They have the whole chainsaw with Beth when she finally makes it out of the apartment. The apartment room or the apartment unit, they finally get into the elevator. They get the blood elevator from The Shining.
They come blasting out of there because the blood was filling up. It filled up so much that the elevator came crashing down.
It reached the
and so,
max.
yeah.
Yep.
So when
Capacity.
they hit the bottom, they just come out with all this blood and stuff. It's like, oh, this is The Shining, you know.
Yep.
Except they were actually in the elevator getting blasted out, which is a little different. But hey,
Yeah.
it's crazy. They give a lot of different Easter eggs and give a lot of honor to former horror movies, which
Yep.
is pretty dope.
And I think just the intro, I think that has to do with Jason, like, or you know what I mean, because it was at the lake.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, at the cabin at the lake.
Yeah.
I feel like that because I don't remember any of the cabins from Evil Dead being at the lake. I remember being in the mountains, being just in the woods.
Yeah,
but the
woods.
lake, you brought me back to the movie 2013. Right. It's like you took me right back. I remember him chopping the dude's head right at the tree and everything. It was crazy. It was intense.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, this one here, Evil Dead Rise, man, it's
crazy.
Really sets the bar and it's high. They went all out.
Makes you want to have a chainsaw too, because they all got chainsaws. You know, Ash had a chainsaw. Old girl from 2013's Evil Dead had a chainsaw. Mm-hmm. You know, after her hand came off, you know, it's just crazy. All crazy stuff. Yep. These Deadites are crazy. They're evil, and that's what it says on the record player, where it's like, you know, you're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. Except in the 2013 one, the brother in that one actually brought his sister back, even though she was possessed as a Deadite. And I thought they were gonna try to do something like that, to where it's like, okay, he basically buried her, made sure that she died, and then kind of shocked her back to life, which was kind of BS, but she came back as herself. But then the Deadite came in, you know, it was like raining blood, and she came out of the ground, and it was a lot of crazy stuff. So I like how they downed it a little bit, to where it's like, look, if you're possessed, you're probably done. Okay. Like, because that one was kind of, but it might have something to do with the different books.
It could be.
This is a third book, so each book might have a powerful Deadite that has different powers to it. Mm-hmm. You know, they all can bring back, you know, or can possess people, whatever. But it's all weird. It's a lot going on. But this movie, from start to finish, was really good. It brought everything. It brought the gore, the gruesomeness of the Deadites. They're no punks. Mm-hmm. They want to kill you no matter who you are. Mm-hmm. You know, also play tricks on you, you know, like to Cassie. Even though Cassie, like, come on, no matter how old you are, come on, Cassie. She's outside the door, Cassie. And she's like, Mom, you don't look too good. That's because that's not Mom.
Oh, you're talking about, oh, Daddy's here.
Yeah, really. Come on, let us in.
Blowing
She's got blood on her head face. Dude, as soon as she opened the door, she grabbed Cassie by the throat. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I'm surprised she didn't just choke her out right then and there.
I know.
She should have.
I think it was for the movie, so Beth could save her or whatever. But anyone else, I feel like she would have just snapped her neck or something. But, you know, it's the movie. It's the movie. But
hey, it was a good movie.
Great movie, guys. Go check it out. If you haven't, even if you're, you know, I know some people like watching spoilers. Even if you're watching these spoilers, you need to go check it out.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Seriously, definitely check it out. Before it's not in movie theaters, because then you're going to have to wait till it's on Netflix or HBO. And this is not one of those you want to miss. No, definitely go check it out, because this is going to be, I think, probably one of the best ones this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure. Well, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I think we covered pretty much everything. As you can tell, we were very excited about this movie. Yes. We loved the movie.
It was awesome.
Can't wait to see what the next one brings.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they bring in this franchise. And, I don't think they've ever missed. So, they did not miss in this one. So, hopefully we can see Ash. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty good.
I know he's a little up there in age, but hey, he can still bring it. You know, you got your CGI or whatever. Or bring him in as somebody that's a mentor to Beth or something, as she's running probably still. You know, because this thing does not end at the very end. It doesn't. No. It continues. Yeah. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for tuning into our review. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be?
We can be a big, happy family again.
You don't look so good, Mom.